Good morning. Good morning. It is Easter Sunday, and we are going to talk about the Clark sisters this morning. And as you see, I got my church hat on. That whole movie, I don't know. The whole movie brought me back. Okay, let's go back to Sunday mornings, Easter Sunday, for example, or just Sunday morning period, or even Saturday morning, and your mom is like, it's time for chores, and they playing that gospel music. Now, I don't know who did not grow up listening to the Clark sisters playing. I know I did, especially on Saturday mornings, on Sunday mornings, on the way to church. All of the music. So I know about the Clark sisters and the music. I grew up with it. Now, the story behind it. Now, Lifetime, normally, I do not get with their movies. Lifetime be awesome. Okay? But, all right, the ladies, well, the young lady at the time, they did a good job with the actress because all the actors can actually sing, which was a good job. And I have to admit, some of them did favor the Clark sisters very, very well, too. So I have to give Lifetime that. Normally, they don't match up the faces or how they look or sound. And I know that the actresses played on there, they can actually sing. So they did a good job on that. Tweety, they did a really good job on. I'm sorry, Twinkie, they did a good job. In the beginning, it shows the mom take care of the kids and raising them and showing them about music, about God, being a strong woman, the whole thing. Now, the husband, the preacher, was in this old school mindset that, a woman should be in her place. You my first lady. He said to her, you're worthless to me because she is trying to raise her girls and run this choir. So anyway, I'm just playing with these filters, but let me get back to this. My crazy locks all in y'all face. It's time for a retwist. Okay, this quarantine is just but I'm gonna have to do my own hair. So I'm giving y'all a Sunday Miss lock look. So anyway, the dad, the preacher, man, that's crazy. The way he treated their mom was a hotmess.com, because he really was, like I said, in the old school, you're the first lady, you do what I say, women should be in the kitchen. He still is in that old school, back in the day, whatever. He wanted to keep his wife in where he wanted her to be at. And when he said to her, ambition doesn't look good on you, I was like, how would you tell anybody that ambition doesn't look good on you? She did have ambition. She had ambition for herself. She had ambition for her children. And the word, I mean gospel. She wanted to get gospel everywhere. Music play everywhere. And I feel like she was very strong. Now, I'm pretty sure the girls did not always like her methods as far as having them sing until they fall asleep, making sure they get every note perfect, making sure they had that one sound, because that was her thing, one sound. She wanted them to all have one sound. Like, I should not be able to tell who's singing what or whatever. So she was very smart. Even when she was in the studio, putting the music together, and the guy was back there in the studio, she was like, put this on Twinkie's voice, change this. She had her knowledge together. And I think that the way the mother carried herself and how she did her thing, that was intimidating to the dad. And he was a weak man. For him to come downstairs and slap that girl because she's going to call the police and they going to say, you ain't my daughter anyway. But you a preacher. Okay? That's why I was like, how you a preacher? But you coming to these women like this, these young ladies like this, and then your wife like this. And they say that she's useless. That part was cringy. She's useless because she don't want to sit by your side at every church event when she is trying to raise those girls and get them a future. Okay? So, after the slap in the face, after he beat, to me, it seemed like obviously that he had hit her before. But when he hit her daughter, I think that was her last straw. Okay? And she was with her boyfriend and she had left the house because he said, get out of my house and don't be here when I get back. Well, she divorced him. And she got all her girls in the house. And they focused on the gospel. They focused on the music. And she was like, 1, 2, 3, go. I don't like it. Start over. 1, 2, 3, go. You flat, go. Well, you know, she was just on it, like, boom. To the point where it was, you can tell. When I think about the music that I heard, I always was like, the Clark sisters was always on 10. They always harmonized beautifully. They always, the presence on stage or however you saw on video, whatever, it was always together. And I always thought their voices were just beautiful. And I did think that it sounded like one voice, not thinking about, you know, the training where it came from. So when you see a background story, you know, nonfiction or whatever, you kind of put it together, growing and listening to these ladies sing. So I was listening to the music and was just like, I felt like I was in church. You know, it wasn't like some of the Lifetime movies where people were trying to sing and you're like, they're not singing that. These girls was singing. Even in between when they weren't recording, they was in the kitchen, the chicken, Henry's chicken or whatever, and they were just singing. I was like, look, come through, voices. Natural talent. I'm not sure how long it took them to get the girls together, but that was pretty good. Now, people always critique Lifetime movies as crap, and I'm just being honest, because sometimes they usually are. But this, I was here for it. I was most definitely here for it. Okay? So, the girls were fighting, trying to get things together. When I mean fighting for their freedom. Because the way the mom looked at it, like, you guys you live in this house. I mean, the girls would come in with lipstick on and rub it off, going out late, you know, having sex, being women. But the mother looked at it like, you know, the Bible, let's do this, let's do that. Now, I didn't like how when the mother got on stage with her girls, because they ended up going to the Grammys. The church, I almost felt like they punished her. They did punish her, you know, and they were all men. Once again, men who were intimidated by this woman's presence. She was running it. She was in the forefront. People were buying their music, okay, catching the Holy Ghost or whatever, listening to the Clark sisters, and she was behind that. And those men did not like it. You know, if you'll be part of the church, if you still want to do this and have your ministry and all this stuff, well, you can't perform with your girls again ever. And I'm just like, that is what you going to tell this woman because you mad? Because really or truly, in my opinion, they're not in the forefront. The people are not talking. And saying that is blasphemy because they were singing a secular song. It was a Stevie Wonder beat. And it turned to gospel. And see, look, I have a big family. And I have seen many debates about BBCC whinings. Because when I was growing up, you know, the new gospel, I want to say, was coming up. Not the old school gospel, old school. There's different types of gospel. And I remember when BBCC was coming up, people in my own family were going back and forth arguing, saying BB and CC are not gospel. And honestly, the way I look at it, you were speaking the word. You were speaking about God. Okay? It doesn't matter how it comes out, drums, beats, you know, you play by bit, it's a bop, whatever. You are speaking the word, right? So that's the message is what's important. That's my opinion about that. Because there's still debates to this day. There is. Okay. I actually did enjoy the movie and the music. And I also loved it when they switched it to... well, no, let me not say that. Let me not say that first. When the mom passed, that was sad. Because the mother was so strong, she wasn't really taking care of herself. She was focused on her girls like any other mother. She wasn't worrying about her own health. She wasn't worrying about if she was falling ill. So that last time when her foot was bleeding, I don't know what was going on, but because they didn't ever actually say. I mean, we probably can look it up. You know, I didn't do that, but that's just like if somebody has diabetes and they get to the point where they can't feel limbs and they just don't go to the hospital and, you know, they lose limb, you know. When she was in the hospital and she told her girls to go perform, I knew that was going to be the last time they saw her, and she probably knew it too. but she wanted them girls to go on. She wanted them girls to go on with their future and do what they have to do. She had a different relationship with each daughter, and each daughter expressed themselves. You know, as a parent, your kids do see you, and you don't know how they may see you. You might think you favor the other, and that's what, you know, Lil Mama was saying when the one that had the 7 boys. And when she came to the funeral and was up there preaching, came up there to preach, and nobody was really acknowledging her presence. You know, at the end of the day, that was her daughter. Okay. Yes, she left to try to get away from her mom, to live her life, to, you know, do what she wanted to do, get married, have kids. But at the end of the day, that was her mom, and that was her child. In most funerals, fights and arguments do happen. So when the girl was about to fight, I was like, oh, Lord. I can't imagine how it happened in real life. I'm pretty sure it was way worse than that. You coming to my mama's funeral and all this kind of stuff, and I haven't seen you. You ain't been part of the sisters. We haven't heard from you or nothing. You know, that kind of thing. That usually goes pretty left pretty fast. That was actually very, very sad. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that was really... That's something that probably affects them to this day. You know, I lost my dad, and that still affects me to this day. So I'm pretty sure it still affects them, losing her, because she was such a matriarch of their family. But anyway, I did see a little part where I saw the dad sitting in the back of the church when the mom was still alive watching. I'm pretty sure there's truth to that. I'm pretty sure he did come to the churches and watch them sing, even though he was so hell-bent against them singing and traveling. He was more worried about they don't know how to cook and clean. I'm like, there's more to women than that. Okay, we can do that and then some. So after the mom's passing, and Lil Mama took over as far as writing and you know, well, she did it before she died. She wanted her to take over the choir, but she sold her music. Ooh, that broke my heart. Because he came to all of them trying to get each one to get a solo career. They all, you know, different people said no. So she sold her music for a car. You know, that was just a really sad scene right there. I was like, oh my God. Because you sell your rights, sell your whole, everything you worked for to a piece of crap. So you can tell they kind of put a little bit in there when they said, we're just starting to make money, when they had lost one of the sisters who quit. And then she was going to quit too to get married. But she was a piece of crap. But she said, you know, this was just starting to make money now because of, you know, her stalling her songs. So it was horrible, because I remember he was like, you supposed to be making money. I was like, so you married her for status and for money. I can tell when he first met her. Oh my God, man. I just don't know. I don't know. So the girls continue with their career, and to this day, they're one of the best gospel artists. We have writers and musicians, and they played played the organ and everything. So that paved the way for other people to do the same thing as far as write write music and play music. And gospel. Okay, and do different kinds where it's not considered to be secular. It's just different. The message is still the same. Hallelujah, praise God. Okay. So I really did enjoy this movie. I got home from work late. I sat in a corner, put in a blanket, and I just watched. But the one thing I will admit that I did enjoy the most was the music, because it brought back memories. Like, I'm going to probably download today all the Clark sisters' music, because I really have forgotten how much the music touched me. When she started singing "You Brought the Sunshine," that brought back so many memories, because, you know, I'm a 70s. I was born in almost late 70s. So when that song came out, you know, I can remember my mom playing it. It just always brought joy. When she sang "You Brought the Sunshine," I just was like, ooh, it gave me the shivers. 'Cause even though it wasn't her singing it, still, they blew me out the water. I think they did a really good job. And the actress that played their mom, I first saw her on Ray with Jamie Foxx. She played the one that ended up having an affair with Jamie and kind of went a little cray-cray on the holidays, because she wanted to be with Ray Charles. But she can actually sing in real life as well. So that's why I said that I think the placement of the character, the cast to play each person was done very, very well. I know a lot of people, and I mean the characters had to, and let me see if I can say this, either gain weight or they already was a certain size to do it. Because we do know the Clarksons was always, juicy, beautiful women. And they still are. And they, to me, even when I was younger, and I can remember I would hear the comments about them being large. But I always thought they was beautiful. I was like, those are some beautiful women. I never really looked at their size. Because I would look at their beauty and then I would hear them sing. And it was just everything to me. It was just like, whoo. I mean, anyway. So that is my review of the Clark Sisters movie. I hope you guys check it out. It's on Lifetime. If you have the app, check it out. Like I said, it took me through a lot of changes. I was emotional. I was just, and I liked the very end, the way they showed the cast and then switched it to the original. I was like, okay. Pretty good, pretty good. And there was a part of the movie that was produced and that was in it. So it wasn't like Lifetime just was making it up. They was there saying, this is what happened with mama. This is what happened with daddy. This is what happened with, So y'all go check out the Clark Sisters movie. And I'm going to download the music. And you guys have a very blessed Sunday. And you guys enjoy yourself today. And please stay safe. This virus is not going away. They said that it's mutating. They said that if you got it and you cure or whatever, heal, it can come back worse. Please, guys, wash your hands. Please, guys, I can't stop anybody from going to the store. People are going to the store if it gets sunny outside. They think it's normal. I mean, not normal. They think it's okay. People are going without masks, and people are thinking it's okay. Just go to the store for nothing. If you don't have to go to the store, don't go. I do not understand when people are still shopping like everything is okay, okay? Please, for essential workers, for your family who is at home that might be elderly or have immune problems, I advise everybody to please stay home. Happy Easter. Before I go, I did see a preview of a couple of, because I said Lifetime is really getting some black movies in like every Saturday or something like that. So anyway, I saw Salt-N-Pepa. I didn't know how to feel about it, even though I know they're producing this. So this would be their own words. But child, I was a big fan of Salt-N-Pepa, like many women were. Okay, I can recite probably almost every song. If I hear it, I probably can rap. Okay, almost every song that they made. Okay, shoot, let me stop. Anyway, they got a preview out. It's gonna be a new movie, Salt-N-Pepa documentary movie coming out, and not documentary, it's gonna be like a remake like what we saw with the Clark sisters. And I'm very intrigued to see what's gonna be about. I'm not gonna play the preview. I'm not trying to get no copyright strike. The preview, you probably can find it actually on YouTube. Sorry, I have really long nails and my nail is broken. I'm like really upset. That's off subject. But anyway, happy Easter, happy Easter. It was a quick video. Salt-N-Pepa movie coming out on Lifetime, and I will be reviewing that as well. You guys be blessed and stay safe.